Hey guys, welcome back to Beautylashes19. I'm Sneha and today we're swatching glitter from Lit Cosmetics. So I have 12 shades in total and I'm going to swatch these with the glitter base that they also sell. So it's the Clearly Liquid Glitter Base, which is the water resistant formula, and that's the one I have. They also have one that's not water resistant, but I don't have that one, so I don't have an experience with that. Now each of these glitters costs $16, not including shipping, but they do offer free shipping over $50. Now if you are patient enough and if you can wait till Black Friday, they usually have buy one get one free. That's how I got it. So I basically paid for 6 and I have 12 shades. That brings down the cost to about $8 per glitter. Now the glitters range in size from 1 to 4, 1 being the smallest size of the glitter. I personally like the glitter to show up on the eyes, so most of my glitters are size 3 and then size 4. I do not have any size 1 and 2. Now there's a brush that also comes along with this glitter. It's a small little brush, and to apply it they recommend to dip the brush into the glitter base, take off the excess, apply it into the glitter and then apply. So that's exactly how I'm going to swatch these glitters. And I'm going to start with the lightest shade and move upwards to the darkest shades. And between each shade, I'm going to wipe the brush on a paper towel to remove any excess glitter. Now let's talk about the packaging of these glitter. I think they're really good, unlike the Makeup Geek pigments, which just fly everywhere once you open the package and it's just a mess. These ones do not do that. So I really like the packaging of these glitters. It's just basically a twist off cap and it's easy to close as well. Just press the cap onto the container and then you can have one turn to ensure that's a secure seal. So let's start with the swatches. I have 3 silvers. The first one is in the shade Porcelain, which is a size 3 glitter, and I would describe it as a regular silver glitter. The second silver I have is Marilin Monroe. This is size 4 and it's a deeper silver shade. The next silver I have is Cher, which is size 3, and this is a beautiful holographic silver. Moving on to the golds. The first one is Heavy Metal, which is size 3, and I would describe this as an antique bronze gold shade. Next up is Creamy Caramel, which is a size 3, and I would say this is more of a true yellow based gold. The third one is my favorite, which is called Vegas, and I have the size 4, and this is a beautiful holographic gold glitter. It is so amazing. So as you can see, these holographic ones do vary from the regular glitters, even though they're the same size. So like Marilyn Monroe and Vegas are both size 4s, but because Vegas is holographic, I just personally think when I look at the glitter that it's more uniform in the size. So it's bigger glitter pieces, if that makes sense. Next I have 2 greens. The first one is Army Brat, and I have the size 3 in it, and I would describe this as a deep olive green. Next up is Hulk, and I have the size 3 in that as well, and I would describe this as an emerald green. It's not as olive as the Army Brat shade. Next I have a red glitter called Firecracker, and I have the size 4 in it. I've used this shade in a lip tutorial, so I'm going to link that as a card right here. Then I have a purple called Gal Friday, and I have the size 3 in it. This is such a beautiful purple with pink reflex running through it. Just love this shade. Next up is a blue glitter called Loverboy, and I have the size 3 in it. The last one I have is Back in Black, and this is my least favorite glitter of the lot. It's size 4 and it's just a black glitter, kind of has a silver reflex through it, but it doesn't really translate when you apply it. So I don't know, I'm not played around much with it, but on first glance this is my least favorite glitter. So now I'm going to do some swipe tests just to see if these glitters fall off throughout the day or come off. So I'm going to run my finger through each of these shades. And as you can see, none of them have had any fallout except for the last 2 shades. And I think that's happened because these were swatched last and haven't dried up completely. So once they're on and they're dried, they do not budge. You would need an oil-based remover to get them off. And I am going to insert a demo at the end of this video to show you how to get the glitter off. Now so far I've used this glitter on the eyes and on the lips, and they were quite comfortable. On the eyes you just need to blink a couple of times once they dry so that your eye gets used to it, I think, because you obviously have to look down or close your eyes while the glitter base is drying, otherwise you are going to get the glitter transferred to your crease area. Now this glue is just fantastic. I would highly recommend it, and in fact I would say if you're on a budget, just get the glitter base and then buy any generic glitter because it's going to hold the glitter onto your eye. And amongst the glitters, if you're considering some, I would highly recommend the holographic ones. They just look beautiful, especially just imagine Vegas on the eyes for a New Year's party or even a Christmas party. It would just look so stunning. Now I do have a tip for the glitter base. So after using, just wipe off the mouth of the bottle and the cap after each use, because otherwise the glue there on the cap region or mouth of the bottle can dry up, and then you're gonna have a tough time opening it, just like a nail polish bottle. You could also run it under warm water to make it easier to open. Now the glitter base runs for $25 for a 30 ml bottle. That's the one I have, but they also have a smaller trial version for 4 ml, and that costs $12. So that's good if you want to just give this a shot, or if you use glitter only a few times a year. I think that small bottle is going to last you a long time. Now to clean the brush, just wash it immediately because otherwise it can get quite stiff. And in general, if you want to use a bigger brush, I would highly recommend using cheap brushes. Do not use any of your expensive or Wayne Gauze brushes on this glitter. So I just use a paper towel and a brush spot cleanser, and I just clean it 2 or 3 times till I get all the glitter and the glitter base off of the brush, until the brush and the bristles are soft again. Now the kit also comes with a spoolie-like tool, which I'm assuming is to get the glitter off the brush, so you could use that as well towards the end. And here I'm just going to insert a demo of how I remove the glitter. You could use any oil-based remover, but for this particular demo I'm using my Shumara cleansing oil. So I'm going to take a couple of pumps and tap it over the glitter and let the oil work into the glitter base and kind of break it down. Then you can start to gently massage the area, and this should take off quite a bit of the glitter, or almost all, depending on how much glitter you have on your face. So after you've done this, I'm just going to run back to my sink to get some water that activates the cleanser, and I'll be right back. So here I'm just showing you what's remaining after the first wash. So I'm just repeating it again and massaging the area and then going to wash it off. And after the second wash, as you can see, all the glitter is off. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and also hitting that like button. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me.